Bingo. Here we go. We talking about the immortal African giants of ancient mythology and legend. And again, you got a master that's gonna weave through the esoterical, that's gonna weave through the codification of language. You see, to keep and lock the peasants out and lock them out so they don't. You cannot cash your pearls before the swine. You cannot do that because they will trample on them. You see, so we have to preserve the sacredness, and so we'll put mythology out there. You see, we will do that. It's a beautiful thing. So we're talking about the immortal African giants of ancient mythology and legend. Let's get right on into it. Let's not even. We talking about the Nephilim. The Nephilim. You see, the Anakim, which is very powerful, and what we talking about today with the Anunnakis, the Titans. You see, also come out of the same sacred mythology, and we do have giants. Okay, compared, you got these small people, and you got motherfuckers damn near 8 feet, whole damn nation 8 feet, and some probably taller than that at that time. You see, so yeah, we're talking reality that you could probably in the ancient world see somebody close to 9 goddamn feet tall. If you could see what's another foot? What's another foot? I didn't see motherfuckers clearly 8 feet. Okay, clearly was 8 feet. So it's within the realm of possibility and probability to get another foot. Okay, to get another foot. So here we go. Okay, so let me blow it up real good. We're gonna zoom in. Not that part. Not that part. Okay, damn, that's even better. That's even better because that's on the screen. Like, yeah. You see? Now right there, it come right on there, god damn it. It says, and there we saw the Nephilim. See, now this is very significant because we had to understand that what the Nephilim were the sons of the Watchers. You see? They were the sons of the Watchers. Okay? And so that showed that our people was of divine lineage. Divine lineage. Okay? So you see right here, because it says the sons of Anuak, who are the Anakim. Okay? The sons of Anuak, who are the Anakim, who come from the Nephilim. Okay? So right there it shows that where the Nephilim and the Anakim is one and the same. We are divine lineage. That's us. Okay, that's us. And so we have to recognize this information for what it is. And it says that the Israelites seem like grasshoppers to these Nephilim, well, Anakim, which are the Nephilim. And the crazy thing is the Nephilim lived past the flood. Ain't that a bitch? Don't nobody want to talk about that. You see? That they live past the flood. Okay? And where everybody else supposedly perished, they live past the flood. Now, as we see right here that you got the Anuak, which I showed people the last time, and I'm going to show you again today because nobody else is showing you this, the Anuak. Okay, nobody talking about the Anuak. You see, I'm going to show you the Anuak. People's down there in Ethiopia. Okay, and you spell it Anuak, the Anuak. Okay. So Hold on, family. Just meditate on that. Black family. Nobody's relating this to you. You see that this come up out of the now. So when you want to see where the family is, you see right around this area. Let me see exactly. Well, this area, the Sobat River, the Peabore, the Barrow River. So this is the area predominantly where, you know, the Anuak reside. You see in this area in Ethiopia, and which is still Nile Valley. You see, because you see the Sobat flows, I believe it's flowing east. You see, so it's a tributary of the White Nile. It's a tributary of the White Nile. So this is Nile Valley. Okay, this is Nile Valley. Now also, we talking about the Anu peoples of Egypt. Okay, we gonna get that in there too. We gonna get that in there too. Now this is the actual seal right here. This is the actual, but I like this right here where it speaks. Let me see if I don't know whose is Facebook, but that's who I'm gonna use because it's a nice okay. It's still moving slow, I tell you that. Okay, I think. Then came all out. Let me see. So, well, I'll just use this one. Okay, here you go, right here. Even though it's smaller, you see right there, Anu of On. You see Anu of On. So you dealing with the city of On. Okay, and some people believe even the one over there in the Japanese, that there was an Anu people of Japan also. But I had to do deeper research because that's a long goddamn way away. But nevertheless, a lot of the Nile Valley history do go as far as Japan and even further. So it wouldn't surprise me that it would be, but you see right there, we talking about Terra Netta. This is the Twa. You can see the little Twa, Terra Netta, who is a follower of the god Set. The follower of the god Set. And you see right there, line 3, you see Net Anu. Okay, we talking about the cities of the Anu peoples. Terra Netta, the devoted one to God. So this is the Terra Netta, the devoted one of God. We talking about the city of On. We just went into that, the city of On, and that's where you get On, and On is the same. So you're dealing with solar. You're dealing with Heliopolis, okay, and there's some information down there. Yeah, dealing with Heliopolis, okay, which is the city right there. It says Plato wrote, "Tell me of the god of On, which was and is and shall be." Plato studied under a Horite priest of Heliopolis, okay, of Heliopolis. So you're dealing with also Baalbek, you see, and dealing with, so all that area, the great megalithic structures up there in Lebanon, you know what I'm saying, is also in alignment with the Anu peoples. Okay, so there it is right there to show you that, that the what they call the Anunnaki, what is rooted in. This is before the goddamn Anunnakis. Okay? This is before Samaria. Okay, this is way earlier than Samaria. You don't really get no Samaria until around maybe 2500 BC, somewhere along where you starting to see some formation of a united nation, Sumeria, Babylon, right around 2500, somewhere up in there. I mean, it's clearly at least 1,000 years, or maybe even more. And this is when the Africans went out into that area and colonized it. So it ain't like it rose up of its own energy. It was a colony that was established by the Nile Valley. And so, but let's get back to the giants. You see, let's get back to the giants. Let me keep my eye on. Yeah, let me keep my eye out there. Yeah, here. That's right. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let me get to the Anakin. Let me get to the Anakin. I don't want to stay with the Nephilim. But again, the fact that they relate African into with the sons of the Watchers is very significant. I don't want to see any because they quick to jump on. And you see the Emim, Deuteronomy 2:10, that was another name that they used. Emim formerly lived there, a people great and many, as tall as the Anakim. Okay, so this is another profound one where you talk about in Ham. You see, so you talk about in Africa, the Zuzim. The Zuzim in Ham. This is Genesis 14:5, where it says in the 14th year, Chedor Laomer, Chedor, Laomer, the kings who were with him came and defeated the Rephaim. And then because this is like Ashtoreth, Karnim, and the Zuzim in Ham, which is in Egypt. Okay, which is in Egypt. So when you see that you see that's very significant. When you see that that's symbolic of giant. The only other or God or angel, Elohim, or seraphim and cherubim. You see, so the fact that you got peoples on the planet of African descent, with the only the Africans you are, in the lineage of Africa, do you find the Hem, which is also a derivative of Ham. You see what I'm saying? Which is also a derivative of Ham, because the A could be the I. You see, it could be the E. Bethlehem is also Bethlehem. You see? And so the Em is symbolic of blackness. So be clear about that. So it's speaking to these great and mighty giants, on the planet of African descent. That's right. Even this one, the king of Bashan, you talking about right there, Og, and you know what I'm saying? Behold, his bed was a bed of iron. You see? It probably was made out of goddamn gold. Shit, they talking about iron. You see, they was in there stealing. They was in there stealing, and it says the cities are great and fortified up to heaven. And besides, we have seen the sons of Anakim there. So Utah says the cities are great. So they were known to have built and be the founder. So even with Nimrod and the Anakim and the Cushites and the Canaanites, Phoenicians, and all of that, these were the builders of cities. These are the ones that established nations. The Hebrews and the Shemites and all, they were still out there with tents and shit and goats. They were still stuck in the in that, as far as goat herders and what they call them, I forget the term that they use for them, but anyway, they were still goat herders, where these Africans were already building great and fortified cities. That means that they was putting walls around the cities. They were building castles. This is where all that come from. You see, Zion, the city of Zion, that was Cushite. You see, they conquered it. You see, and they kept the names that was given unto these cities. Jerusalem was named after Jebus. Okay, Jerusalem was named after Jebus, but most definitely we got the we did that one, the Anakim, and this is basically where you get the Anunnaki. This is all it is. It's rooted in that, where you talking about giants. And lastly, let me get right. Let me drop this on the Titans. Let me drop this on the Titans, family. Said Typhon. Who was a Titan? Let me break that down. And they always talking about he was monstrous and shit. Boy, these motherfuckers, yeah. Chaos deity. Okay, let me get it in there. They call Typhon a chaos deity. Okay, let me see if I can get it in there some more. Let me see if I can blow it up. Let me get in there a little more. Okay, here we go. So you see Set and Typhon. Referred to as, but see, Typhon is also a Titan. Now the thing is, when you get to that Typhon, see, that's gonna spin it off. Cause you see, I'm jumping through a whole nother goddamn portal when we do this. You see, because the Titans were also giants. Okay, they were also and so you know, Typhon was the one that was, you know, when the goddamn Titans was goddamn falling down, he was the one that came through and shit and wrecked shit for them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them had fallen and shit. And so Typhon came through and wrecked shit, you know, and to the point where shit, Zeus had been defeated. But see, in Typhon, you get you get Typhonian, you also get Tyr from the Phoenician, Tyrrhenian, which is the Etruscans. You see the Etruscans. You also get what else am I trying? The Phoenician, because if you see Ty, Typhon, you see, so you see is rooted in Phoenicia. So you see right there, you see the Phoenicans. You talking about the Phoenicians. You come back over. See, it's also rooted in Typhon. You see, it's also rooted in Typhon, and so the Tyrrhenian Sea over there, and the Tyrrhenians was also another term that was used for the Etruscans. You see, so all within there, you're going to see that there's portals that going to lead out of one into the other. Out of one into the other. So when you start talking about the Anunnaki, and lastly, let me show and prove. Let me see. Where's that one at? I probably ain't gonna find it, so I might as well I ain't gonna find the one I want, so I might as well use the first one that jump in, that jump in. This is probably a decent one. This is probably a decent one. I believe this is where I found the last one at. It probably, there you go, right there. I knew it was gonna pop up. It ain't gonna let me, wait, it might let me blow it up. Okay, there you go. Okay, okay, let me blow it up. All right, good. There we go. We working with some shit. You see, so when you look at Ham, right there, you see, now in the Bible they call him Mizraim, which is Egypt. You see, but you got to understand that Im is only Elohim, Seraphim, Cherubim, Nephilim, only God of divinity, God, angels. You see, giants are, given that divine suffix. So you see Mizraim, which is Egypt. But then you come down now, and you see Kozluhim, which gave birth to what? The Philistine, okay, which also was said to be Nephilim, okay, which is also said to be Nephilim. You see Nimrod, you feel me? Now you see Nimrod is way down, and people be talking about Mesopotamia is older than damn Egypt, and you can see Egypt is one of the patriarchs of the Hamitic bloodline. You see one of the patriarchs, and so Nimrod is down here at the bottom, and you see Sheba and Dedan, which is ancient Arabia. You see Nimrod, who was also said to be a giant hunter. So he was also, so the Cushites were also of great heights, and as far as giants and things of that nature. And then also you got the Canaanites, which were also giants. And so you see Jezubite, where you get Jerusalem, Heth, where you get the Hittites, which was Turkey. But that leads you to Troy, the Trojan War, and Memnon, and all of that. So when you look and you comparing 3 and 4 of those ancient histories, you see that it synchronizes across the board. They might call the Nephilim, the Philistine, they call them in Greek mythology, they call them the Titans. You see, they call them the Titans. And then you go over into Sumeria, they call them the Anakim, or the Anunnaki. You see, but it's all speaking to the same giant African bloodline. You see that they are mythological, created mythological legends that have lasted down even to today. You see, so that's us. So, while you was rooting for David, you should have been rooting for Goliath, because Goliath was and so that's where you get Palestine. It was really Philistine. That's what it was. It was Philistine before it was Palestine. So all them people's over there talking about the Palestinians and all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, so when you talk about Philistine, which is Palestine, the Africans was in there before some goddamn these damn lying ass Arabs of today. All right, family, we're gonna get out of here. We still got some fire. I want you to get on over there to Patreon, get over there, get that work, man. We in here dropping some heavy mental for the family so we can relate. And I'm gonna this update on my goddamn computer, them motherfuckers did knock me out my keynote. So, I had to come up with another way of fucking getting my slides up here. But it's all good, because I'm gonna figure it out. But anyway, family, this is General Cyrus Seti. I'll be right back. Don't you go nowhere. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.